Hello, my name is Susana Zambrano, and I am going to do an analysis of the play called Wit. First of all, we're gonna talk about the story of the author, Margaret Atwood, and we are gonna share some of the details of her background too. Also, we're gonna describe the principal characters and the settings in which the play was developed. We're going to identify the plot as well as the theme of the play. And finally, we'll have conclusion. Margaret Atwood has a curious story. We can say unusual background. She is a middle school teacher in Atlanta. She was not educated in drama, and she didn't want it to be into the theater world. And because of that, the play was the only one she wrote, not one before or after Wit. She had to study John Donne's work, his poems, to have a better understanding to write the play. Her friend, Derek Jones, was the director of the play. He had a little background of theater from high school, but as we can see, both of them have little or none experience in the theater world. And surprisingly, the play was a success because in 1999, Edson won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. The play is performed in a room of the University Hospital Comprehensive Cancer Center. The protagonist, Vivian, breaks the fourth wall, narrating to the audience every step of the process. The principal characters are Vivian Perrin. She has a PhD and she is a professor of the 17th century poetry in the university. Dr. Kellican is the chief of medical oncology in the university hospital, and as well his fellow Dr. Jason is an intern in the medical oncology branch. Susie Monahan is her primary nurse and the person who takes care of Vivian while she is in a hospital. There are some second characters. E.M. Ashford is the professor of Vivian and English literature when she was younger, and I would say that he introduced her into the world of the poetry. Also, a second character is Mr. Bering, Vivian's father, and there are the lab technicians who are in charge of take the test of Vivian. There are the students from Vivian and the code team. The play starts with Vivian relating the situation she was going through. Here are in order the events. First of all, Vivian is informed that she has ovarian cancer and it's in fourth phase, pretty aggressive. She is interned in the hospital to initiate the treatment. And as she is going through these hard moments in her life, trying to understand that she has cancer and the treatment is really aggressive too, Vivian recalls memories with her father first, her professor, and her students too. The Holy Sonnet 6 by John Donne is being analyzed by Vivian. Vivian wants to be remembered by her work as a professional. That's why she is so focused in trying to understand and decipher the Holy Sonnet by John Donne. As well, when she was younger, that her professor helped her to understand, she is trying to explain that to her students. And she is focused on the sonnet so she can keep her own mind working as she is in that hard position where she realizes that she has cancer. But later in the play, she realizes that she is just research material to the doctors. Because we can see in the play that at the beginning of each scene, the doctors are very close to her and they talk to her about how is she doing. But at the end, they are just worried about how her body is doing and what are the responses that are helping them into the research. Vivian and Susie, the nurse, get closer as nurse-patient relationship. Susie is really involved in trying to take care of Vivian, and she treats her with kindness and she is very nice to her. And also she makes Vivian realizes that she cannot handle the treatment anymore. That is very hard for her, and the medicines and the chemotherapy, it's really hard to take. So that's when Vivian realizes that the doctors are just worried about the research of her cancer, not so much about her. E.M., the professor, reappears at the end of the play and gives Vivian a relief because he shares company with her and it feels like she finds peace. At the end of the play, we can see that she understands, not in its totality, but she understands the Holy Sonnet, in which the death is called as a bad thing, but at the end it's a place where she can rest. The theme in the play is described as a person who tries to live reaching professional goals. She is all focused and trying to describe and gives her students the way to understand the poems by John Donne. But then she realizes when Susie comes to her that in bad moments of where she was going through, she just needed someone, or the attention of someone, the care of someone. And as we can see in the play, Vivian is a professional who lives in the path of learning. And when she is talking to Susie, she tells her that she wants to help with the research of the hospital, and she puts the research first before her own life. But she realizes that that is not gonna get her anything good, because at the end the research is gonna say her name, but it's not gonna talk about her or how professional she was. The research was only talk about the illness she was going through. So in conclusion, the play illustrates the life of people who tries all their life to be remembered by new discoveries. And the importance of life is to have human relationships while it's possible. Our character, Vivian, it's in a position where she wants to be strong, but at the end, she understands that all she needed was someone who were with her because Susie gives her attention and care. And a thing that I get to the play was that she was trying to analyze so hard the poem by John Donne that she forgets to live her life. So we have to live our lives instead of analyzing it.